Welcome back to Let's Play Cold Shadow. Those bees look unhappy. Take him! No! Take him! Get him! Shoot him! Kill him! Do whatever! Just friggin' bees! These bees! I want to say it's actually because because the hit detection is as wonky as it is. It's a scientific word for you there, wonky. Like, how does this even work? I can get all the way up here, but I can't quite jump through. Why can I do that? But I want to say... Well, you're just kind of standing there, alright. But I want to say, kind of because of that, these bees are as nasty as they are. Like, I absolutely hate these bees. Okay, now the goal here is to actually come down here and get some of these little gem things, so you can transform. Wow, I've already got like a friggin' billion of them. That was not helpful. But you did that so you can grab onto these. Actually... or not. Oh, I remember these things. I remember these things. Supposed to, like, do this on them. That worked. Have I mentioned, like, the hit detection and everything is wonky and silly, and I don't like it? You done? I hit him so hard he flipped around. Okay, so you're just gonna kind of hang out over there. Or I can't hit you. I can, sort of, hit you. Okay, now here I do need to be the dude. What's over here? Useful things? At all? Oh, I can pass through here. Alright. Well, that worked. Now, I was mentioning before that, there's really two things with this game that give me the most concern, I guess. One is the... You know what? Not what I had in mind. I'll run down here and grab the stuff, then I'll turn back into Maui, because he's the only one what can do things. Like, here. I cannot go through this, but I can go through the one down there. What is this sorcery? But really, though, I mentioned that there are kind of two things that give me trouble here. And one is the wonky hitbox's hit detection, and the other is a graphical style that interferes with the game. Now, though I've mentioned a couple things that are a little more obvious, like how I cannot pass through that, but I could pass through the one down below, for whatever reason. I've mentioned that, and that makes sense. But what I mean is actually something that... It's more of a personal problem than something I can honestly fault the game for, because there are a lot of games that have done the same thing. Wow, you just kind of... There are a lot of games that have done the same thing, and they've actually become fantastic games that a lot of people love and will praise to no end, and they've done something similar. However, it is something that I personally don't like in games, which is when an artistic style actually gets kind of friggin' dude, go away. when an artistic style and the want to make everything look really interesting and neat loses you precision in the playing of the game. You're just kind of hanging out over here. I can't hit him. There we go. And by doing this, I like precision. It's personal preference, but I don't care what's going on in the platformer. I want as much precision and control as possible. Now, I honestly don't really need to be over here, but I'm trying to remember what else I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go up here. But I want as absolutely much precision and control as possible. Now, what this comes down to is I want my own hitbox to be very clear and defined. I want the hitboxes of obstacles and enemies, and even the ground that I'm getting on to be very clear and defined. And what we saw in the previous area, with all, like, the mud and crap everywhere, there was very, very little precision in that, because it was very hard to tell what was where the ground began and the texture ended. And that's something that personally I really do not like in games. Now, some games have actually gotten away with this, so it's not going to be a fault immediately with the game. Games like Earthworm Jim and many of the Mega Man X games, once they hit the PlayStation, do this as well, where it's very hard to tell exactly where edges are and where hitboxes are. I forget exactly what I'm supposed to do here. I remember what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, you're supposed to dodge the dudes, get caught up in a whirlwind. Get caught up in a whirlwind. And you're killing mud drakes. That's pretty much what you're doing. No, you come... Dang it. There was a mud drake right up there. I know there was. Okay, I guess there's not. Man, I'm, like, suddenly very bad at this. You know what? No! No! I'm hitting him! I'm hitting at least one of them. I've got the left path clear, so I'm kind of using that to go up and down. I just missed, like, everybody again. There we go. That went pretty well. Now, the center should be mostly clear. Move over a little bit. No, I missed a dude. This level here actually isn't that bad. It's weird, but it's not bad. It's a coming stage that actually gives me a lot more ire than this one. But the story at hand really is mostly that we've just escaped from the mud drakes. Or we've escaped from the volcano. Good for us. And now we're on a warpath going frickin' mud drakes! Should be all of them. Is that not all of them? No, that's all of them. Yeah, but games like that have done that, and it works well, and people love those games. And it's not something that I personally like, but it's not something that I'm going to fault the game for, because it's worked out before. I'd say, really, if, like, the hit detection and the... I want to say this before I start this little section here, for an express purpose. But I want to say, actually, if the hitboxes and hit detection were fixed and made a lot better, this game as a whole would be a lot more enjoyable. There are very few problems with the, like, level design and everything as a whole. There are problems with the level design, though. Case in point, this stage, which is ridiculous. Okay, so you start out bungeeing up and down on this side a little bit. This is kind of the nightmare level. Really, of every level in this entire game, this is the one that I just really, really don't want to play. Okay, once you're bungeeing down far enough, there's a bunch of mud drakes down here, so you gotta go down, you gotta catch yourself one. So we caught ourselves a mud drake. Now we've gotta have a grand old time and get hit a whole bunch. And tank a bunch of hits and crap. I've seen people that are actually, like, good at this game. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm good at this game. I've seen people that are honestly good at this game, and this one particular level is a nightmare. Just because you have to have such precision to get over that without getting hit. So, sort of what they did was they went, again, kind of the same problem as before. They figured, oh, this is actually, it feels like, oh, this is a lot harder than it's supposed to be. So let's just put health power-ups everywhere. Always gonna get hit about 3 times there. I'll actually say even at the very top on the far right end there, I didn't realize what you were supposed to do with the Mud Drake once you got him over there. If you were supposed to hit a button to drop him off or do whatever, maybe it was probably just my own incompetence, but I swear I was just sitting here going, freaking game, why can't I do this? I ended up even looking online to figure out, like, how the crap do you do this? Because there's a big opening on the side that says, take 2 frogs, and you want to take them to the frog. So I figured, okay, I'll take them over there. It doesn't work. You have to drop them on the branch. If you don't, you, like, go, nope, not working, okay. You have to drop them on the branch. I don't know why it was so hard for my brain to comprehend that, but for me, at least, it was not intuitive. Now, like, doing this for a couple Mud Drakes, I could sort of understand. It's kind of terrible, but I can sort of understand it. But why do you have to do this for, like, 80 bloody Mud Drakes? Seriously, this room. This one room. I'm just tanking hits. I'm actually doing this a little bit more as you're kind of supposed to do it, and they give you plenty of life, but it's not fun. And I think that is very much a, something important to keep in mind, is just because something's possible doesn't mean it's fun. Like, I can look at this and go, yeah, they gave me plenty of life. This is doable. This is really doable. It is. It's not impossible. It's very possible. It's very doable. But it's not fun. And really, when you play a game, you should be playing it to have fun, shouldn't you? I mean, that's kind of the goal. I mean, really, like, friggin' bah. Okay, we're past that, though. That was, like, probably the most unpleasant part. Not even the hardest. They gave you plenty of life. But, most unpleasant part of the game. Now we get to do it again. Just go up and down while we bungee ourselves a little bit of distance. Now here, you actually have to grab onto the root there. Just kind of eat damage on the way back up, because what the crap? What the crap? Like, this is pretty terrible. This is pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty terrible. But I only have to do it, like, once. What am I even doing here? Okay, I'm going this way. Like, yeah, this is pretty terrible. Really, I, like, didn't make that. Okay, so I just have to go back down the way I came and grab on. You can't actually let go at any time, either. You have to walk off the edge to get yourself to fly back up. Okay, that hurt a little. Come on, make it, make it. Really? Okay, what am I missing here? What am I missing that I'm not doing right here? Okay, I guess I just didn't bounce quite as... Nope, I was supposed to grab onto that. It's like, again, it's like, this isn't hard, but it's unpleasant. It's just, it's not fun. Of course, you can't do anything about him, because you can't shoot or anything. And then, of course, the Hornets are back, because freaking Hornets. Hit him or something. I don't even know where I'm going at this point. Go away. To the frog! Okay, the frog, here. This is another point in this game that, when I initially played through, this was like the worst thing imaginable. I got so angry at this boss, for lack of a better word. Because it took me forever to figure out how to do it. What it is you got mud drakes and they're running back and forth along the top. When they get near the opening in the middle, you shoot the frog. The frog sticks his tongue out and eats one of the mud drakes. I couldn't figure this out. I just sat here shooting the frog, shooting the mud drakes. Like, I can go over here and shoot mud drakes and sorta. I can like even go up here and I can shoot them and they don't die. Again, it's just something that was very unintuitive to me. And then, of course, once he eats one, he belches out a bunch of bones, and that's grim. Where do I, like, wait for this? Okay, I can... Whoop! I'm actually a little low on life, so I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and kind of save state of use here, so I can get through this. Hey, life! Actually, I'm not doing so bad now. There's no real easy way to tell where those dudes are gonna go. Come on. Come on. Like, no nice way to tell. If you stand too close to him... Wow, really? Okay. Oh, don't tell me it happened again. Yeah! Kinda didn't happen again. If you stand too close, his belch hurts you. So, yeah, get the crap away from him. Got him! Get the crap away! Like, right outside of the belch is when the bones land. There's just, like, very little space to be safe. Hey, you wanna walk over here? You wanna walk over here? You wanna walk over here? Eat it! Eat it, you frickin' mud drakes. Don't care. Yeah, the boss, surprisingly, not the frog. Just, the whole thing there was just really unintuitive to me. Oh, well. Dang! I don't wanna! Okay, y'all probably don't like that I just sped up through the last one, so I guess I'll actually play this one, or something. Well, all that said, I am being very critical of the game. I am... And really, I think this is a game that needs some criticism. This, the Super Nintendo version is not actually the original version, though. The game was originally for the Genesis. It was ported to both the PC and the Super Nintendo. So, maybe some of these problems are not problems with the Super Nintendo, or not problems with the original. Maybe they're port problems. I don't know. All I can say is that I am playing the Super Nintendo version, and the Super Nintendo version is flawed. I have been really critical of the game, though, and I kind of want to lighten it up a little bit. I don't want to just be like, "Rrrr," the entire time. So, I think at this point, god dang it. I think at this point I've actually gotten... Can I make that? Yes, I can. I think at this point I've actually gotten past most of my criticisms of the game. I mean, at this point I'm kind of nitpicking little things as they happen. At this point, my point's been made. The spinning is kind of terrible as well, by the way, just because it's really hard to tell where your hitbox is when you're doing it. That goes... Wow, really? What the... What? Hold on. Maui's gotta check his map and see what the crap happened there. Maybe it was like an invisible star? Question mark? Oh well. Until next time, everyone. I'll try and be a little more upbeat.